That's fine.
No, I wanted to tell him he had a pot to piss. You know, not me, because ever since I started the post office and I bought my house, everybody was like, "This dad's jealous of you." My dad used to be the dope man.
Oh, okay. Now I get it. All right. Nah, okay. Okay. See, you gotta get a nigga context. I need context. When you say he used to be a dope boy, then yeah, that made
all the way up until
that makes sense.
He just stopped.
Dang.
How long I been with my husband was together?
Dang.
20-some years. So I 20-some years I was looking. He probably stopped.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, you tell us. Nah, we good. We live. Alright. This is entertainment. Give you that disclaimer. It's Chocolate with Obama in the building. Gameologist, you know what do it is.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Here comes Sugar Slim.
Yes.
AK Sweet and Low.
Yeah, Sweet and Low is in the building. Hey. And that's real sugar, not that powdered stuff.
Yeah, that's right. Sugar Slim. Sweet and Low.
Exactly.
Let's go.
Hey, we ain't doing funnel cakes. We doing cinnamon rolls, bitch.
Cinnamon rolls ain't got shit on me. Cindy cinnamon rolls.
Cindy cinnamon rolls.
They ain't got shit on Sweet and Low.
So sad, baby. For real.
Sorry, auntie. I ain't mean curse on you.
Hey, you stop by the crib. I got that trap. You want that bomb ass Kool-Aid.
Yeah. Oh no.
That bomb ass Kool-Aid is good. I mean, tastes good.
Yeah, man. Hey, he used to pull up back in the day just to get a cup. I mean, you got some Kool-Aid in the refrigerator. Huh? You remember you used to pull up just for the Kool-Aid? And you got the Kool-Aid in the refrigerator, dog. He hit me right there in the car running.
Yeah. You ain't turn the car.
He just right there in the throat. Yeah, he just right there in the throat, dog.
What flavor you got? Oh, let me turn the machine on.
Yeah.
All right. We ready, y'all. Y'all ready?
Yeah, we ready.
No, you ain't hot now. Don't lie.
No, we good, man.
All right, man. I ain't want to freeze Ayo out.
Yeah, nah.
AKA Candy Yam.
Yeah, I like that.
All right. What happening? Happy Thursday. I know y'all confused. We are too. Yeah, this is a special edition of the Real Spill podcast.
Yeah.
Because, black folk be having stuff to do on the weekend sometimes. I got to cut grass.
Yeah.
I think you got to go DJ at a bar mitzvah. So, yeah, we just got some stuff going on. We like, let's go and just knock it out during the week, man. But, if y'all want to, y'all can wait until Sunday and watch it.
Real talk. It's funny that you mentioned that. Do you know, man, it was a cat looking for somebody to DJ at a repass. I was like, what?
How does that? What music do you play? If you do it, let me know. I want to be there. I want to be there. I'm trying to figure out what you gonna play.
Now I have been the one repass that did have a DJ.
But what did he like? What was the song selection though?
It was like jazz and it wasn't sad stuff. You know what I'm saying? It was smooth jazz.
Kind of calm.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good route.
Well, yeah.
Cicero
Boots
on the ground.
Oh no, I saw on Instagram where they had that cat where he was standing up. He was dead. They had the body standing up at the party. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, that was wild. But they said that's what he wanted. That's where he wanted to go out.
Yeah. The hardest one still to me, the dude that got buried in the Lamborghini. Well, he had him in the Lamborghini.
Yeah.
With the suicide door.
Yeah, that was crazy right there.
I'm sorry. We didn't get off subject. This ain't about funerals or repasses. This is episode 80 of the Real Spill podcast. I can't be nice. Ooh, we finna get in on this one.
Yeah.
Just want to let y'all know that you can watch us any day of the week, but normally we on Sundays on the Real Spill podcast on Facebook, the Real Spill podcast #3 on YouTube, and you can also find us on Roku TV. Look for the Pulse Network.
Yep. Yeah.
And we are on there as well, the Real Spill podcast, Real Spill After Dark podcast. So y'all get double dose of that pimping.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So as I said, episode 80. I can't be nice. What do you mean by that, Cole? I'm gonna explain.
Yes.
Well, you know what? We might have two different.
No, you good. Hey, you do you. I'm gonna do me.
Okay.
We gonna intersect somewhere.
Well, I'm gonna just say my way I took it was I looking at it like the world we live in now, man. It's hard to be nice and polite to people. It's hard to be genuine, whether you dealing with your neighbor, your coworker, somebody you're dating, even family members sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to talk about that because it just seems like it's an energy out there. It's a vibe where people keep to themselves and they kind of get offended or they kind of distrust people who come at them in a nice way. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't that crazy when you think about it, though?
It's wild.
It's wild.
And it's like they just don't believe there's genuine nice people anymore.
Yes.
Everybody got an angle. That's what they think.
Yeah.
So that's where I was coming at. Now I don't know how you was coming at.
I mean, yeah, I'm with you there, but you know, I think on a relationship level, just as a man in general, you hear women all the time say they don't like dating nice guys. And you know, and the insanity of that statement is just mind-boggling.
I know what you're going, what you're saying. Now, the way I hear it is they claim they want a nice guy.
Yeah.
But they seem to gravitate to the bad boy.
Oh, always.
Now that's what I see most.
Yo, always.
They say out their mouth, "Oh, I want somebody gonna treat me right, love me, you know, protect me, you know, all that." But when I see who you dating and the previous people you've been dating, I'm looking like that dude does not line up.
Yeah, exactly. It don't line up at all. What you say you want and what you actually end up with are completely two opposite ends of the spectrum.
Right. You went to the dealership to get a Maxima, but you came back with a Pinto.
Yeah.
How that happen?
And it had 50,000 miles on it.
Now if it's a 79, that's good.
Shit.
That's good.
Hey, at the 50, it was time to trash that thing.
No. Shout out to the Pintos and the Datsun 210s and the Novas.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah, man, that's how I was coming at it. So let me ask you this then. Since we were talking about being nice, is kind of looked at as negative now in a sense, which is crazy. Do you see? Do you look at being nice as a weakness, as being weak? Like you think that's how the world sees it?
Yeah, they really, man. Because you know the people, even when we talk about social media, this thing that even we participate in, it's the assholes that get all the views. Yeah. You know, if you calm, you intelligent, you're respectful. You know that's not exciting.
Right.
You know,
right.
enough anymore. That's the reason why we got Donald Trump as a president.
That's a good point.
Because there's nothing intellectual about him in any shape, form, and or fashion.
He's definitely not nice.
Exactly. He's definitely not nice. He's just an entertainer. Yeah. So people want to be entertained.
Right.
And it's so
assholes are more entertaining. Yeah. So people gravitate towards assholes for the entertainment purpose.
Yeah, but I mean, but I guess look at it this way: have they been groomed? No. You know, reality since the inception of reality TV. You know, that's
right.
And typically the person who acts up the most, or you know, clowns the most, or throwing place, or fighting all the time, that'd be the main one to end up with their own show.
Yeah. The bad boy.
But and so even when it seems like this behavior is rewarded.
Right. We celebrate the foolishness.
But in the real world, though, you know, your everyday functioning, going to work, paying bills,
right?
You know, that type of thing. That particular attitude is actually detrimental to your lifestyle.
Right, I get it.
You know, because you know we got a lot of our Caucasian brothers and sisters. You know, they finding out.
Yeah. Being that, I got you.
You know what I'm saying. So,
let's say it. So, because of the culture, now people who are nice, polite, caring, they looked at as weak, boring. Yeah. So, I mean, okay, let's talk about relationships then. So, do you think women feel like the nice guy is boring now, even though he might be good looking?
Yes, definitely.
So that's not attractive to him.
Yeah, it's not attractive. No, it's not.
Boring, reliable guy.
It's not. At least not initially. When they're young, them titties perky, that ass sitting like how it's supposed to.
Right.
Nah, nice guy won't do.
Right.
Now, 4 baby daddies later, you know, after 40.
Yeah.
Now they looking for the nice guy.
Yeah. They want to be chill.
They want to be chill.
They want stability.
They want stability now. Yeah, you know, my taste changed. You know, so, hey.
No, your body changed. No, I'm just kidding. No, I ain't gonna say that. But no, I mean, I do think to a degree, man, when you go through certain things, it does cause your taste to change because you looking like, yo, this ain't been working out for me, and I've been doing this for so long, and all I've been getting is negative results.
Yeah.
But it sucks though because how many people you passed over. You know what I'm saying? Because you was trying to chase that foolishness.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you missed out on somebody that could have basically kept you from getting in all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You could have built something with, you could have developed something with.
Yeah.
And now you like, man, I'm behind the 8-ball. You know, and I got to get somebody in here that's going to help me repair all the damage that I done caused. Yeah. And is that fair to the nice guy?
No, it's not fair. You know, I think the funny thing is, I think for some reason women think nice guys can't be exciting. Like, what make you think I don't want to have porn star sex? You know what I'm saying? You know, what make, you know, hey, we can go to I got plenty of guns. Let's go to the gun range. You want to squeeze some off? Right. I got the assault rifle. I got the shotgun. Right. You know, I got handguns. I got revolvers. Yeah. You know, I even got the shotgun, the dragon shotgun shells that shoot fire. Yeah.
You
know, the phosphorus. Yeah.
Like,
you know, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, we can go, you know what I'm saying? We can go throw some axes.
Yeah.
Get some go-cars.
Under the gun range.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, like, why do you think just because I'm nice don't mean I'm not a man?
Right. Or I can't show you a good time.
I can't show you a good time. It don't mean you can't get baby boy at 11 o'clock at night.
Right.
You know.
You say you can't what now?
Baby boy. You remember Baby Boy in the scene when old boy was bouncing? When old boy was bouncing with her through the kitchen.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. Yeah, boy Ben Ryan.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
but I do think what it is because initially the nice dude is rarely outgoing in a sense, not outgoing, but you know what I'm saying, like come at you with that energy up front. We
being respectful,
right? We know on the chill. We kind of more relaxed.
We come in. I mean, I'm trying to see what you know. Listen, I'm trying to catch the train, right? But I need to see where you're going,
right. I don't want to.
I ain't got a problem buying the ticket,
right. Well,
where we going?
Right, I feel you.
So,
and that's what I tell them, man, to be more reserved. That's what I'm trying to say.
So yeah.
But once you get to know us and we see it's a good fit for us,
hey.
But yeah, they just seem like the loudest dude, the flashiest dude. You know, it's like they just be like just locked in on them, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay, do you really want to be with somebody like that? Not saying they can't be a good person to you.
Yeah.
But you know, I look at character flaws, and I just like that's a flaw to me. When you got to be the loudest person in the room, you got to be noticed all the time. You got to have that attention on you.
Yeah. Well, crows like shiny things, or layman birds like shiny things.
Right.
They like shiny things. So you know, you have a conversation offline. We'll say offline. We've had this conversation offline, and the quality of your life is to be based on relationships. The quality of people that you have and said relationships.
You know
what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, the relationship really is the most important thing. We still cool.
Right.
A few of them, you know, if I ever needed to pull back up, like if I was whatever. Because we didn't want no animosity. It was like, hey, it just wasn't working.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We cool. Right. There ain't no beef like that. And so when you know how to maintain those kind of relationships, even outside of intimacy and outside of intimacy, even in a work setting, what happens is the quality of your relationship, like you trying to get a promotion at this job.
Right.
This cat over here you real cool with.
Right.
He good. He look at you like, hey man, that's a good cat right there. Yeah. He a good work. He stand on what he say he gonna say on, and maybe he got an ear to the dude that's hiring.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, yo, man. Yeah, Steele, man. Yeah, he put in for this, man. I got some other candidates. Hey, no, man. Steele a good dude, man. You need to investigate him. So your relationship, helped you
get into the door.
Get into the door because he put in a good word for you because your name good.
Exactly.
So so when you have those when you have those positive relationships, and you know, it's yin and yang, it's a little give and take. You know, we all use each other to an extent.
Yeah.
You know, we all use each other. So, but the relationships is what maintains you. Your word. You stand on your word. You're good. Your name good, because it's not what people say when you're around. It's what they say when you walk away.
Right. Because you know, I don't like to call nobody out, but you know, some people, man, you know, just got all kind of stuff to say about you. You know what I'm saying? And it hurts sometimes, but you know, because I'm just such a caring person and I'm so loyal, you know, I just ignore all that stuff. But they be hating on me. I ain't gonna say no name. Won't call nobody out. But if you want to know who I'm talking about, they will be on at 7 o'clock on the Real Spill After Dark. Big hate. All right. Yeah. Okay. That's good. That's good. Let me ask you this then, man. Okay. See that? Ain't nobody saying no name. Ain't nobody saying no name. Well, I might have a guess. All right. Anyway, see what I'm talking about?
They love each other for real, y'all.
Yeah.
They just be fighting for no reason.
Hey, why you in there? Fix me some Dick Gregory. Yeah. Look here. And let me ask this, so man, why do people not trust nice people nowadays? You know, like I was saying earlier, it seems like people kind of standoffish when they see somebody trying to help them.
Okay.
So what do you think?
Hey, and make me some Frosted Flakes, extra creamy.
Put some sugar on that shit. Put some sugar on that shit.
I'm sorry, what was your question again, man? You got to miss the south side. That's my dog.
Oh, damn. Why do people not trust nice people?
We so rude, y'all. This is real life. This is real life. Hey, that Milo hit the spot, boy. That Milo hit the spot, boy.
What?
They give you them 2 extra pickles and that extra little piece of meat.
The little ball, yeah, like a little meatball in the cup. They ain't supposed to be here, but I appreciate it.
They appreciate it, dog.
Go and put that on there with that.
Yeah.
Go and put that on there with that, man. Go on.
Hey, yeah, if you ain't got a Milo's where you at, man, you don't understand.
Yeah, shout out to Milo, man. Yeah. That TV popping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what I was saying is, why do people not trust nice people, man? Why do you think that? Relationships, co-workers, in the area. Why do you think people don't trust nice people anymore, man?
I think we groom. If somebody is nice, they automatically want something. No, we just groom that way. I've told many a woman that I've dated that when I met you, if I said I hated you, I couldn't stand your ass, you would believe that off the rip.
Yeah.
But within that same sentence, if I said I love you and I want to care and take care of you, you find that hard to believe.
Yeah. That's a hard pill to swallow.
But
you believe the negative.
But you believe the negative.
Yeah.
And so if that way, we almost expect it. The negativity.
Yeah.
In a sense, we expect it.
And it's shocking to see somebody genuinely trying to look out for it.
Yeah, exactly. You know.
Well, let me ask this then.
You know, like Tim Tebow, that's a unicorn. Shout out to my boy Tebow.
Shout out to Tim Tebow, man. Shout out to them Gators. What I'm finna say is though, let's say as far as relationships go, you know, we men, so I'm gonna speak from a male perspective. Cause most men, I think, embrace nice women.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I see that a lot of times women have a hard time embracing nice men though. And why do you think that? Because like you said, you feel like they're trying to get over on them, or you feel like they don't know how to do that? Because on some level, more than likely, every man they met started off probably nice, more than likely.
Yeah.
So you do know that men are capable of being nice, but I guess it's the other stuff that come along with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's like this, man. Is to me, if a man is heterosexual,
that means straight, ladies.
Yeah. If a man is heterosexual and he finds you attractive or he likes you, he would like to sleep with you.
Right.
Bottom line.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to take the booty. You know, it ain't no forcible that, you know what I'm saying? But if you offering,
Yeah.
I'm taking.
Yeah. I'm gonna accept.
I'm gonna accept.
Right.
It's no different than if I ask a woman out to dinner, she expect me to pay for it.
Right.
That's just common sense.
Right.
So we're gonna be nice.
Right.
At some point, yeah, we're gonna be nice regardless. Matter of fact, you should expect him to be nice.
Right.
So that shouldn't be what's the word I was looking for? A deterrent.
You should embrace that until
You should embrace that. I mean, liars are nice. Our truth tellers are nice.
Yeah.
You know, it's not any different.
Right.
If I went to a strip club and I paid $20 for a lap dance, I expect that stripper to tell me I'm the finest nigga she never saw in her life.
Well, at least look at me.
At least look at me like that. I'm just saying. Make me feel good. Exactly. I'm not gonna give you $20 while you sitting up here grinding on me, either butt naked or with a thong on, and you be like, I can't stand your ass. Grab my titties. Oh, well, I mean, you see what I'm saying? You see the conflict in that?
She on the phone talking about, yeah, girl, this is my last one. Yeah, I'm gonna be home.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm thinking about putting some collard greens on. Excuse me.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So come on, man. Let's be adults. Let's be, realistic about this situation.
Well, what I find so fascinating is, man, okay, like you said, everybody probably start off nice. As we all said, you meet the representative.
Yeah, you get the representative.
But what blows my mind is once they show you this other side to them, and I'm concentrating on women now.
Yes.
I know men can fall victim too, but I'm concentrating on women. It's like they only want to hold on to the nice part they saw.
Yes.
But he literally just like decapitated you just a second ago with what he did.
Yes.
But yet you still just want to hold on to it.
Yes.
So why do you think that? Like, is it because is it levels to the niceness, or is it just who's giving that kindness to him?
It just comes down to if she likes the guy, it don't matter.
Yeah, that's all. Everything.
Everything else is a write off. She liked the guy. Now, if she sort of likes him or he's okay, then the list kicks in.
Right.
The list will kick in. But we have lists too.
Right.
We do.
Yeah.
We want her to look a certain way or talk a certain way, dress a certain way, carry. So we had her. But at the end of the day, if we got 5 bullet points we're looking for,
right, and
you got 3 or 4 of them, we'll work with you.
Right.
But women, if they got 5 bullet points, you got to have all 5.
There ain't no bullet points.
Then, like if you okay, or they sort of like you, or they sort of like you.
I'm sorry, man. It seemed like it was some static or something in the microphone.
Yeah, or they sort of like you. If they sort of like you, or you alright, you got to have all 5 bullet points. Now, if they like you, you ain't got to have none of that.
All
the potential, just the potential for you is good enough. Just the potential.
POE.
Yeah. The potential is enough.
Okay. So if they like you and they feeling you.
Yeah, they feeling you, man. That list don't mean shit if they like you. That list don't mean shit. That list, I promise you, that list will go. Listen, I told you, man, it's a Facebook page, y'all, where it's a group. I cannot remember the name of it, but if you go out there, I promise you can find. You can Google it. There is a Facebook group for women who go pick up dudes getting straight out of prison.
Right.
And they literally be rating these guys from 1 to 10 how fine they are. And it don't matter what these dudes did or whatever. These women be pulling up when they getting out.
Right.
Thinking, no, I'm not playing. Pull it up. And a lot of them will get on Facebook Live when they actually picking the dudes up.
Coming to get my boo today.
Yes. It's crazy. So, that all that list stuff don't matter. Oh my God, he's so fine. He got them green eyes. Girl, we're gonna get him.
Right.
He done raped 2 women. And you gonna pull up.
Yeah. Now, okay, well, let me ask you this then. So let me ask you this, speaking on the topic of relationship and being nice.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm gonna switch subject. Let's say now you're dealing with a situation where you got a neighbor. you've been kind of, you know, staying out the way, but you noticing that they might be having car trouble every morning. You hear, something like that. So one morning you go out there like, hey, you know, I don't mind getting your business, this, that, and other. Maybe I can jump the car off or whatever. And they looking like, no, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? You see they have car trouble. But, you know, they just don't want your help because I guess they don't want you in their business, or maybe they're ashamed. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you see that type of energy, like, with the communities that we in now? Because it's like people don't even know their neighbors in the moment.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
They don't know what their neighbor do for a living.
Yeah,
nothing,
yeah, definitely. Yeah, we definitely had that kind of energy. I never forget, man, one time I told a young lady, I just said good morning.
Yeah.
I got a boyfriend.
Yeah.
I was like, bitch, I just said good morning. I mean, that's like, like what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
I'm sitting there looking at her like, even the white girl that's in the elevator was looking at her like, bitch, what's wrong with you? He just said good morning to us, like it wasn't, you know. She looking at her like,
I'm gay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, baby. Like,
yeah, I'm just gonna let you know. You hit your flow. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's crazy.
I had a similar experience, like I might have said it on the show. But yeah, I was a young lady. Hold on. I'm gonna cut the little video machine. Anyway, but yeah, we move.
Yeah. We are.
All right. Anyway, so yeah, man. Yeah, it's back on. Sorry about that, y'all. Oh yeah, mind playing tricks on.
Yeah.
So no, what I was saying was, man, I used to speak to her all the time. She would come in the gym, and I'd be like, you know, hey, how you doing? So then she would be like, you know, just look at me, keep going, right? So I did like 3 times, cause you know I ain't gonna. Yeah. And that 3rd time, so I ain't gonna speak to her no more. She just don't want to talk.
Yeah.
Long story short, we was in the gym. The only 2 of us, the 2 of us were the only ones in the gym. She left out before I did, and tried to start a car, but the car wouldn't start. You know what I'm saying? You know, I hear it.
Nah, I'd have got my car cranked up and kept going.
I started to originally, you know what I'm saying? The gorilla in me was like,
I'd have left her ass with.
The gorilla in me was like, hey, she don't talk to me, she don't want to be bothered, so I'm gonna let her figure it out.
Yeah.
But I said, man, I can't leave that baby out here like that. So I went over, I said, excuse me, I ain't trying to scare you. And I said, I hear you having car trouble. Like, you know, can I help? Whatever. You sound like you might need a jump off, whatever. So she was like, yeah, it's been acting up all week, blah, blah, blah. So I get the jumper cables, jump the battery off, sent on the way. And she was like, I got to apologize. I'm like, what's up? She was like, man, you be speaking to me all the time. I don't know, speak to you. And I just thought really you was just going to get in your car and drive off. And I would have deserved it. And she was just like, man, I apologize, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, 2 days later when I was smashing, let me stop mentioning this stuff. More of the story is just
oh my God.
No, man, who you might need, man.
Yeah.
And it's genuinely some good people out here, bro. They don't mean no harm. They just really want to make sure you good.
Sidebar, y'all. I've heard this story before, so it's very true. Yeah, it's very true. It's very true. Hey, it worked out to your good, because I'd have left her ass right where she was at. At least she did apologize. Hell, someone won't even do that.
They were like, thank you.
Yeah. Someone won't.
And the cable still hooked up.
Yeah, someone won't do that, but hey. So and you know that's funny. We make you feel naturally about the situation, but I've done that in spite of like what you just did in that situation. I've done that a few times, and in a few times I just she figured out. I ain't gonna lie. I'd have been on both sides of that coin. Sometimes and it just all depends on, like you said, where my heart and my head at.
Right.
At the moment, because you feel disrespected. It's like, play, I hadn't done nothing but just try to be kind. I ain't asked you for nothing. I don't want nothing outside. Hey, we in the same space, because you walk by people all the time, especially when you're working in the office or something. Right. I mean, I grew up in a neighborhood where if you was sitting outside in the porch in the yard, every car that drove by, you waved.
Right. Yeah, that's how
you be like, who that? I don't know. They
just come down and see black folks.
Just wave.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And I mean, you still got some people that do that, but it's just like I said, it seems like it's this distance now.
Yeah.
In the community, man, people don't want to know each other. They don't want you in your business. They don't, you know what I'm saying? And my thing is, what you do in your house, that's your business, but we should be a community.
Yeah.
You know? I should be comfortable enough to come to you and say, hey, I saw somebody around your house, I ain't recognize them.
Yeah.
Everything good. Or hey man, you know, I noticed that your car on flat. You know what I'm saying, man?
Yeah.
You need to help you need to take you to work. Anything.
Yeah. Now my neighbors, we like that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, my boy Munchie across the street, you know, he might leave the garage open sometimes, or he might get a package on the porch and he work long hours.
Yeah.
And I call him, hey Munchie, hey man, it's a package on the porch. You want me to get it? Yeah, man, get it. I ain't gonna get home till tomorrow. All right, cool. I'll go over there and get it. You know,
right.
stuff like that. So yeah. So we you know, we do stuff like that all the time.
Yeah, as you should.
Yeah.
All right, let me ask you this, man. The old saying, nice guys finish last. Why do nice guys finish last?
You know what? We say that. Well, really, I think in the end, man, nice guys actually win in the end. It's a marathon, not a race.
Elaborate.
So when you run in that race, you gonna learn who got your back. When you get to mile 10, whoever hand you that cup of water and pat you on the back and tell you to keep going. You know what I'm saying? Right. Hey. That's because the people who just waiting for you to cross the finish line, that ain't for you anyway.
Right.
You know, we can, and I'm gonna touch on the sore spot because, like, we know, you and I both know a lot of these athletes end up with women other than black women. We know that.
Yeah.
And our sisters get mad and say, well, how come these brothers always choose these women that are not black?
And someone would call them the cousins.
Yeah. But when you talk to these guys, you will find out that when they try to talk to sisters, they, you know, embarrassed them, made them feel bad.
Right.
This is another. Didn't really want to be bothered with them.
Right.
But these other chicks be like, oh no, cool, I'm gonna help you study.
Right.
I'm gonna help you do this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna help you do that. Exactly. So, and I know you trying to play football. Well, let me help you with your meal plan and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go with the chick
that's been there for the whole ride.
Been there for the whole ride.
Yeah, been right there with me through the journey.
Yeah, exactly. You know, my mother-in-law, man, God rest her soul. I remember when she was getting a new floor put in, new hardwood floor put in.
Right.
And when that Mexican cat came, you know, she had a little Mexican come through and hook the floor up.
Right.
Man, his wife was right beside him, cutting every floorboard.
Oh wow.
Putting that thing down.
Oh man.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's like, so that's the chick I'ma ride with.
Yeah. That's who. That's what I got to go hard for.
That's who I'ma ride with. I'ma go hard for that one.
Right. I feel you on that.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, hey, you know, you can't. If you sit me. I'm doing the work. I'm struggling. I'm grinding. And you're not trying to help me. You ain't trying to support me. You ain't trying to encourage me. You ain't trying to do nothing. And then when I get to whatever it is, this goal that I'm trying to obtain, then now you want to be a cheerleader.
You pull a Sierra.
Yeah. Ooh, oh boy.
I said it.
Ooh, yeah. You said it.
Is the mic on?
You said it. You said you stupid.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying. So I explain that. To people. Just like, listen, man. Men, we work on a loyalty system.
Right. Yeah.
We do. We really do. We work on a loyalty system. That's how we deal with each other.
Yeah. Who been there? Who had?
Yeah. That's how we deal with each other. So if you know, hey, man, you let me smash, I might smash.
Right.
But that's gonna be it.
Right. I
don't trust you. Exactly. You hey, how Kobe said it, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym.
You wasn't with me shooting in the gym? Yeah.
So it is what it is.
Right.
So and that's not gonna stop. So if you got some young black med student, you know he gotta do 4 years of regular college, another 4 years of med school, 2 years of residency, you know, and so he might be close to 30 or right on the opposite end of 30 before he really can make his money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He can't really work a full-time job.
Right.
So he can't afford to take you out to expensive restaurants and and travel and stuff. This man trying to work towards something.
Right.
Well, if you don't show up with him until he get that job at that prestigious hospital, and now you want to holler at him,
Right.
he gonna look back at them last 8-10 years, all that struggle. You wasn't with him. The others was helping him study. Remembering the formulas. You know, what part of the body this is? What's that? You know, so like, come on, man. How do you expect? Let's use weed terms. How do you expect to smoke when you ain't put in?
Right. You ain't put in on.
You ain't put in on this. I can puff, but I pass if I want to.
Right.
Because that's on me. Yeah.
I pay for this.
Yeah.
Right. I got you. I mean, you know, I feel you. It makes sense. It's just, you know, the nice guy to me seem like they do finish last. And what I mean by that is, overall, I hear what you're saying. It's a marathon.
Yeah.
But
you can't be simptastic, though. You can't be a yes man.
Oh, man, you know
yes, dear. Everything she want, yes.
Right.
Now you can't be that cat now.
Right.
Yeah. Now you gonna get destroyed. You gonna get destroyed. That's the. But well, honey, I want that new big body Benz. Yes, dear, I'm gonna get you that big body Benz. That car ain't got 100 miles, and she got somebody else driving it.
Man, what? That's how you get your head buzzed.
That's how you get your head buzzed.
That's how you get your head buzzed. Right. In the car. In the car. Wait till you get in the car before I do it.
In the car. But to your point, when you was talking about earlier, how you said that on the reverse side, a woman will have a man that she like, and even though he showed her on several different occasions that she was actually trash, she'll go and do all those things for him that he don't deserve to have. True story. I used to be a branch manager at a credit union.
Right.
And one of the young ladies that used to work with me, she had a car. She had a car.
Right.
The boyfriend didn't have no car.
So
he had no cell phone, no nothing.
Right.
So he would bring her to work in her car and keep the cell phone. Now supposedly he's supposed to be trying to find him a job in the car while she at work, and he's supposed to pull up at work to pick her up.
Right.
Well, when it's time to get out of work, she called the cell phone. He don't answer. It's 15-20 minutes later. He ain't pulled up. It's 30 minutes later. He ain't pulled up.
Wow.
It's 45 minutes, and I didn't want to leave her there.
Right.
You know, at the bank by herself.
Right.
So I was like, where your boy at? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to leave you out here like this.
Right.
So he finally pulls up. Naturally, you know, she cuss, she fuss, she explodes, says she ain't gonna never give him the car again.
Right.
We come to work the next morning. She gave him the car and the cell phone.
Right back. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
I want to touch on that right there. And that's something we have talked about before off air or offline, whatever. So that's one thing. I find it quite fascinating. I get it, but it still blows my mind. Why is it that they give the trash dude so many opportunities, but the nice guy
Can't deal.
That is our studio audience, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, sorry about that, y'all. Thank you, Candy. No, but why is it that they give the trash dude so many opportunities, bro? And I know you mentioned that because they like him.
Yeah, they like him. That's the bottom line.
They should only go so far. The nice guy though got one shot. I mean, if he miss up one, he could be late. I don't give you a real life story. The real life story.
Yeah.
Dating this young lady. She was telling about the last dude she was dating before me, right?
Yeah.
She said on the first date that they went on, their first date player that they went on, the dude got into it with his supposedly ex-girlfriend. I'm talking about they get the fist fighting the whole nine, whatever.
Whoa.
And she takes his car. They in the car together, supposedly too. Takes his car and like hit something with grab the steering wheel. They hit something, right? So he show up with the damaged car on the front end. He got blood on his t-shirt the whole nine. She like, yo, what happened? And he was 45 minutes late. He like, man, the reason I'm late was because I got to fight with my ex-girlfriend. She was on some other stuff, blah, blah, blah. She was like, well, damn, what, she hit your car or something? He was like, oh, no, she was in the car take the steering wheel, you know.
And so somebody said, like, why was she in my car?
Now, somehow, somewhere, she still goes on a date. Because she said, and I quote, well, the fact that he still showed up and was honest about it, despite all that, made me want to give him a chance opportunity. Hold on to that thought. Now, here we are dating, right? Fourth time I couldn't pick up. I literally text her, yo, accident on the freeway, look like I'm going to be delayed, shouldn't be no more 10, 15 minutes.
Okay.
She didn't see the text, though. That was my fault. I should have called.
It's not.
Get there. Like, yo, why you late? What's the problem? I said, yo, I sent you a text message. No, man, that's what I'm talking about. When you want to do something, you on time. But now this the one time I pick a movie, and now you ain't on time. Like, that's that bullshit. They're cussing me out. Y'all sick of y'all niggas. I'm like, I said, yo, check your phone, player. She look at the phone like, oh, well, you should have called. But this the fourth date now. I've been on point. But you went on a date with this nigga who was 45 minutes late, didn't call, show up with a tore-up car, blood on his shirt, and he told you I got to fight with my ex-girlfriend before I came to pick you up. But you really wring my neck because I'm 15 minutes late, and I gave you a heads up that I was going to be late. And it was out of my control, accident on the freeway. So I was just saying, man, do you feel my point, man?
I feel. Hey, dog. Hey, I know, man. I know the confusion is real. The confusion is real.
And it blew, man. And I really started to say, you know what? Fuck this.
Yeah, you should have.
But that mouth was so fire.
You should have.
Make an executive decision, bro.
You should have.
You got to make an executive decision sometime, player. I know I don't need to get on this ship.
Hey, bro.
But if I get to that island.
Now, in anecdotally in my own situations, what I understood in those when you do like that no matter what you would have done, Jesus could have came back. You be like, hey man, Jesus came back. He on the interstate directing traffic. You know, just the fact that you late. You know, there is no been
right
good enough. Right. Because if you had called and said, hey, it's an accident, I'm running late, she just would have cussed you out right then.
Like, why you ain't leave soon?
Yes, exactly. It's gonna always be something. That's just somebody that wants to be mad at. That they want you to be the bad guy. Like those chicks, that's them chicks that like they ain't never wrong.
Right.
Like everything that they say right, everything that they do right, they can ridicule you for doing something. They do the exact same thing, but no, it wasn't exactly the same when I did it. Right. Okay.
So
yeah,
it's different.
It's used different. Yeah, like they'll tell you they'll go on a girls trip. They'll go on a girls trip somewhere, be gone for a whole week, don't even call you but maybe once or twice, and you be like, well damn, you know, you just dipped, you ain't check in on that, man. I'm just trying to make sure you was alright. Oh, you don't trust me? Woo. Alright, cool. Cool. Yeah. You know,
but don't call them.
Hey, bro, but let you be like, yeah, man, me and Phil, we just finna go out to the bar real quick and have a few drinks. Oh no, you finna go give some hoes. Like, damn, bitch, you been going a whole week. You been going a whole week in a whole nother state, and you mad at me for going to the bar with the fellas
20 minutes down the street.
20 minutes down the street.
Nah, I'll be scared not to call home.
You should be. Thank you. You should be. You should be.
It's crazy though, man.
You should be, but
and it's like, you know, I don't want to call nobody out, man. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna touch on it for a second. I gotta talk about that, man. Okay. You know, you and I have been.
We've been talking offline about this.
And I was listening today, and you had already kind of put me on game, but I heard it on the Breakfast Club as well. And I was like, you know, they were saying like how she helped orchestrate the free calls.
Yes.
She was bringing in the people. Yes. Making the appointments, booking the flights, all that. Yes. Right? And the prosecutor,
the prosecutor.
Okay. So the prosecutor asked her. He said, "Yo, why is it now that you're sharing this information?"
There you go.
I keep hearing some static in this thing too. But anyway, yeah, man. He was like, "What? Huh?" I don't know if I gotta hit something on that microphone. But anyway, yeah. So as I was saying, man, you're asking. Yeah, I still. This is shit about. So yeah, the prosecutor was asking why all of a sudden now you want to confess about, you know, your participation in everything, and I'm trying to wait till the voice catch up. Yeah, I see it. It might be because I hit the other mic on the computer. You see where it got the red? I might click. Cause ain't the can lead mic supposed to be off?
Yeah, it's supposed to be off.
So I did it right?
Yeah, it's off. Yeah, it's off. So
Oh well, yeah. I don't know where that come from.
there we go. Is it gone now? I know it's got to catch up.
Oh, let me see.
Gotta do this live.
This is.
Is it gone now?
Hold on. Wait, it's catching up now.
Okay.
Oh no, it sounds bad now.
It sound bad?
No, wait on. Hold on. Trying to wait till the catch up. Yeah, I don't hear nothing now. I think we gotta put that bottom one back on. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
There we go. Hello.
I tuned it down a little bit. Let it catch up. Go ahead and tell your story.
I don't even hear myself no more.
You hear yourself? Give it a minute. Got to catch up because you know I just flipped it back.
Okay. Yeah, 3, 2, 1, 5, 6, 7.
You stupid.
All right, I think we're good now.
Okay.
All right. What I was saying. After, like, why all of a sudden now you confessing about, you know, your participation and everything?
Yeah.
You made it seem like you was a victim, but now you're coming forth saying that you were basically like the second in command.
Yeah.
Of the operation. She was like, because I felt guilty, this, that, and the other. Then there was one part in the interview or the testimony where she said, like, she got away from him, they broke up, right? Puff reached out to her like, yo, man, I hate the way things ended. Can we just have dinner, whatever, catch up, you know what I'm saying, kind of squash it. So she goes to have dinner with him. They have a good time. He goes back to her place and rapes her. This is her words. She said he raped her.
Wow.
Then after he raped her, he reaches back out to her again. Yo, sorry about that, man. Come through. That was crazy how that ended. I know I got a little aggressive, blah, blah, blah. She went back to him. But she said this time it was consensual. I had sex with her. So, bottom line I'm trying to say is, this man has put you supposedly through all these horrific events.
But you still show up and give him some consensual booty. Exactly.
And you admit that he raped you.
And then you came back and gave him some consensual booty after he did that. Make it make sense, bro. Shout out Kevin Samuels, Godfather, rest in peace. Like, make it make sense, bro.
Yeah, so I'm just saying that's
make
crazy,
it make sense.
Man. That's crazy to me because you and I see this all the time. Women will tell us their stories or whatever. And I ain't trying to call nobody out. I know we can all make mistakes and pick the wrong person. But I'm like, y'all got to take some accountability. Yeah. Because the reason I'm referring to the Diddy and Cassie thing is because Diddy, numerous amount of times, showed you he was a monster. And I know in some moments she was scared for her life, so she gave in.
Of course,
I get that. But the next morning, when you was able to get a hold of your cell phone, or when y'all went to an event in the public eye, and you literally just grab somebody and say, "Hey, help me!
Yeah,
this nigga crazy." You know, you chose not to do this, and you participated in setting up these freak-offs.
Yep.
And when you did get a chance to leave, you went back. He raped you brutally, as you say. You go home. Well, actually, he raped you in your own house. He goes home. Then he called you back and like, man, let me make that up to you. That was my bad. I was tripping. And then you go back and then you give him some. And the entire time, you're with the guy that you now have children by.
Okay.
Make it make sense. Man.
It don't. Let's.
No, that was a huge.
But yeah, no. But let's take an example of what you should do in a situation like that. But I'm gonna use the fictional tale, the hood classic, Boys in the Hood.
Yes, sir.
All right. We know Cooper Gooden Jr.'s character.
Right.
And we had Morris Chestnut. Now we know what happened with Morris Chestnut.
Yeah.
When he got bombed. All boy from the hood.
Yeah.
You know. You know, Ricky. we know what happened, right?
Right.
All right. Now, Cuba Gooding's character, in a fit of anger, he was ready to ride out.
Yeah.
He done jumped in the car.
Right.
He ready to go blast on the nigga, ride out and do whatever he got to do.
Right.
But when the emotion came down, cooler heads prevailed. He was like, I need to get out this car.
Right.
I need to bail out.
Right.
I'm good. And when he bailed out, even though they still went and did what they did,
right,
he never put himself back in that situation.
Right.
That's
exactly.
the only way for survival.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
Because now if they we know in real life, we know this happens in real life too.
Right,
Even though it's a fictional tale. You know in real life, if you go blast on somebody, they blast on you.
Right.
You go blast on somebody, then the retaliation coming.
Yeah.
So if you allow yourself to jump in at any time,
right,
after the initial altercation or the situation,
right,
you putting your life in danger. Right. The only way that you can possibly preserve yourself, right, and your future, right, is to once you're able to make an exit, right, you never return.
Don't never go back. Exactly. I'm with you.
So Cassie, you had a couple of exits that you could have took.
Yeah.
But you got back on the interstate.
Yeah, exactly.
You got back
on the freeway.
You ride or die now. So at this point, sure, what happened to you was horrible. Right. But once you went back in it,
that's on you.
That's on you. It is what it is.
And that's why I say, I hate to say this, and I know I'm probably going to catch hell for it. And I don't want to sound like a victim blamer. But it's hard for me to feel sorry for her. You know, at one point in time I did.
Yeah.
You know, because I was only going by certain visuals and statements that was made. But now that everything is coming out, you know, I'm looking like, yo, you basically was like, you know, the Penguin to Joker. You know what I'm saying? Or Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn. You Harley Quinn, yeah.
Yeah, you was riding out with it. You know, but then it got to the point where people were like, okay, this is wrong. I don't want to keep doing this. And that's fine. You know, you got that right to change your mind. But to keep going back and to not take the opportunities to get help and run away and just stay in that and then keep assisting him to be the monster that he was to you and others. Yeah. Like it's hard for me to let this happen.
Yeah. And what's crazy is that we're gonna be superficial for a second. Mm-hmm. When you look at how drop dead gorgeous that girl is, how talented she was. Well, I don't know. Listen, she ain't no Patti LaBelle. No. But she can make some bops. Yeah. But the girl, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But the girl said, I mean, hey, she said she more talented than J-Lo.
Man, that ain't hard to beat though.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Now J-Lo might outdance her.
Right.
I don't think they like used to. But I'm saying, you know, you would think, man, it's sort of like, and I'm talking about my childhood, but like a rite of passage for the kids, the young men in the 90s, the teens in the 90s. A lot of us, you know, we had such education, but it really wasn't that good.
Right.
Such education for us was going over somebody's house and dad had the videos. Right. And we watched the videos and try to figure out what we needed to be doing, what go where and when to do this. And sure was a bad example, but it was live and in color. Right. What you know, I guess what you learned or what you needed to what's the word I'm saying? Be doing. You trying to figure some things out.
Right.
So, you know what? Never mind. We ain't gonna go down there. I'm gonna leave that alone. Just carry on. We gonna leave. We gonna leave that alone. We gonna leave that. No, I was, but no, we gonna leave that alone. Well, no, you know what? I gotta finish it now. Okay. The point I was gonna make is, back in the old days, when you had we gonna call them skin flicks. You had the skin flick. We used to call them skin flicks back in the day. You had 5 chicks that were actually in the video. The prettiest girl was the one on the box, Janet Jackson. Right. The prettiest one. Janet Jackson was the prettiest one. Yeah. Now, the other 4 chicks wasn't all that attractive.
Right.
Janet, but the last one was always gonna be fine.
Yeah.
And that was always gonna be the freakiest out the bunch.
Right.
And that's what you watched it for.
Right.
You watched the folk kind of trash ones to get to the Janet Jackson part of it. And you like, oh, hey man, she going in. You know, you was a teenager, you was like, oh, okay, this is what I do. All right, cool. Well, 10 years down the road past the game, you pop in the skin flick. Every last one of them bad as hell.
Yeah.
Something changed. You was like, what? What? That girl too fine for that.
Yeah, they be doing it.
Oh, she doing it, dog. You put that damn brother. Like, she bad.
Right.
And so now, like, that's what it is. So, like, man, these girls that do this crazy stuff, the OnlyFans, all that, man, these girls gorgeous.
Yeah, they are.
It is so when you come from that, it take a while for your mind to get used to that adaptability of wrapping around. Like, man, I can't believe this chick. Right. Like it's a shock. Right. Now it's old school cats. It was a shock to our system. Like, granted, these younger Jesus, that's just the way it is.
Right.
But old school cats, it was certain women. We would just look at you and be like, oh, nah, man, she ain't doing none of that. She too fine. She ain't doing none of that.
I can't see her in the backseat sucking nobody out.
Yeah. That's how we thought.
That's a hotel girl.
That's how we thought. So when you got Cassie, you know, in his courtroom, and we know we know. Right. We know that they were swapping and, doing all of the freaky stuff. But when you urinating and folks in your mouth and, you're like, damn, Cassie, really?
Yeah, like, no, man. It make you feel.
It make you feel a certain kind of way. You like?
It's like find out Felicia Rashad.
I mean, man,
just freaky deep.
The only thing they ain't said is a dog been involved yet.
Yeah, we waiting on that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I think
a golden retriever, a Dalmatian.
I think a monkey was involved. I think I heard something about a monkey.
You know what I'm saying? That's literally like the only thing we missing right now.
I mean, the crazy stuff I'm hearing, dog.
Yeah, like I'm scared that Diddy gonna get up in there, like you said, Diddy gonna get up in there and be like, yeah, we had Michael Jackson's monkey. Bubble, I'm not.
Bubble knocking at the head and leg up, the Ray Victor stuff. Huh?
You know what I'm saying? And you can't tell me. I said this in the chat. There is no way in hell Cassie told her husband all of that stuff. No, that's why he walked out. There's no way in hell she told him all of that.
And then the crazy
nobody tells you everything.
And then you saw with her brother and I know the brother and the husband. I think it was another family member, but they all upset and all that stuff. But I'm like, man, your sister was out. Y'all didn't try to help her.
Thank you.
And if you did know about it, like I said, she was like, I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. It's disturbing to hear.
It's very disturbing. It's very disturbing. Because I couldn't get past it when it was like, well, she had multiple dudes urinating in her mouth at the same time. Man, like, that's crazy.
She said one time he made her suck so much D. She had sores in her mouth, dog. She said her mouth was swollen from the inside out. She said she done had every type of STD, UTI. She said, man, there's been times that she couldn't even close her legs due to the swelling down there, man. But, bruh.
Dog.
Let's go to the end of the cup, man.
Let's go to the end of the cup, man. That's crazy, dog.
Episode 80. I Can't Be Nice.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah.
Podcast.
Yeah. Hey, I can't be nice and I can't be bad either.
Well,
take that. That's just too much. That's too much.
And the crazy thing is, I think he's gonna get off, man. Something in my soul keep telling me he gonna get off. It's like it's gonna either be a mistrial or because of the participation that's gonna come out with all these so-called victims.
Yeah.
That they gonna say, well, man, it was consensual. Yeah. He probably get some probation time, some crazy.
For the assaults.
I really feel like he ain't finna do no serious time in jail. Man.
We'll see, man. This. Hey, man, listen.
This the OJ trial.
Hey, man. This. As the ladies say, man. This court case got a lot of tea in it, bro. A lot of tea.
I'm talking about my little tea.
Hot tea.
Sweet tea. Extra sugar.
That's what I'm talking about. Man. It's crazy.
And like I said, just to see a beautiful young lady like that.
Yeah.
And hear the stuff coming out her mouth and going in her mouth.
Stop
All right.
Okay.
Look. Yeah, man. Check us out on Facebook at The Real Spill Podcast. Y'all check us out on YouTube at The Real Spill Podcast #3. And make sure y'all check us out on Roku TV on the Pulse Network. You can also find The Real Spill After Dark Podcast on there as well. So, man, yeah, we here with all.
Ain't no excuse.
Make sure y'all tune in at 7 o'clock.
Come get this entertainment.
For Real Spill After Dark Podcast featuring Ayo, a.k.a. Candy Yams. She'll be up next. So, yeah, man, y'all stick around, all right? Now we finna do the in the cut round, man. And then here, I'm gonna say one more thing. Men, fathers, brothers, uncles, granddaddies, whatever. Man, check on these babies, man. Check on these daughters, the nieces.
Yeah. I mean, some of them gonna do what they want to do regardless.
Yeah, but try, man.
But just check in. Just try.
Man.
Just try.
We can't let this happen again, man.
Just try.
I know it's gonna happen again, but we got to try to do what
just
we
try.
can.
Just try.
Check in on them, baby.
Just try. I mean, after what the witness list gonna look like, man.
Man, this gonna be quiet. This is the third day.
Man.
Well, day 4 or whatever.
Yes.
Day 3.
You gotta think about it too. Like, we were all on the Shannon situation, and they just buried all of that.
Everybody having Diddy case started, man. Future, Offset, Stefan Diggs, Ant-Man. Like, yes.
Yeah, everybody didn't get here.
Thank you, Diddy.
Yeah.
You ain't talking about New Year no more. We ain't talking about New Year.
Yeah, man.
All right, man, let's do in the cup, man. All right, here we go. Number 1 question. Diddy, guilty or no?
Nah, he guilty. He guilty as hell. He guilty as hell.
But he might get off, though, but he guilty.
Yeah,
but he did so many other people.
Yeah,
I mean, Cassie is what we talking about, but it was a lot of other people.
He guilty. Now, I said, Grant, he might get off, but he guilty.
Like, man, you heard what the bodyguard was saying? D-Rock. He said, man, he had beat her so bad.
Oh, yeah, I did. I saw that.
When she came downstairs, man, he said her face looked like, I mean, he didn't recognize her, bro.
Yeah.
He just started crying, man.
Yeah.
He told his kids, hey, man, y'all go in another room. He said, because I ain't want my kids to see her like that.
Yeah.
That's how he said, man, she was unrecognizable, dog. He said, man, he beat her so bad one time, we had to just take her straight to the plastic surgeon.
Damn.
Oh, she had plastic surgery?
Yeah. They said, man, he beat her so bad, we couldn't even go to the house. It was no point.
Damn.
He just went straight to the place and said, bro, fix it. Just fix it, dog. Cause so Diddy did do some dirt.
Oh yeah, he a monster, man. Yeah, he a monster. He a monster.
Why stay?
I mean, that's a whole
because some beauties like beasts.
It was this.
Yeah, but I'm saying some beauties like beasts.
It's the money, it's the attention, the fame, the access.
Yeah.
But you got to think though, it's like at some point, when you realize the price you got to pay to get that.
Yeah, even when was coming up as an A&R and a music promoter and a show promoter, he had that temper back then.
Yeah, he used to.
And he had that temper back then. So that wasn't anything not known.
Right. But I'll say one thing I will respect him on, and I've said this before. I do not like men who beat women.
Yes.
I do not respect it.
Yes.
But I can give a slight respect to a man like Ike Turner or Diddy, who deal with men and women too. Yeah. So I heard a lot of women say, "Oh, he ain't no man. He wouldn't hit no man." Like, yes, he would. Yes, he will. He has a long list of niggas. He dislocated Drake's shoulder. Yeah. A lot of people don't talk about it. But trying to talk to Cassie.
Yes.
Jumped out, crack, nigga, what?
Yeah.
Drake was like, "Yo, bro, my bad."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because when Diddy was on the Breakfast Club, he was like, "Hey, man, don't make no diss song about him."
Yeah.
I apologize, homeboy. Yeah. He whooped his son's coach. Yeah. With the goddamn with the dumbbell, the cowbell. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We saw what he did to Steve Stout. Yeah. Most up in his office and beat him down with a Moet bottle. Yeah. So I mean, Diddy been known for putting them paws on somebody and women though. Yeah. All right, I'm sorry, man. Let me go and write this up because Candy Ann's ready. All right, here we go. Biggest pimp of all time, player. Real or fictional? Biggest pimp.
Iceberg Slim.
I respect it. Now I'm gonna come out the shadows with this one though. Hugh Hefner.
Woo! You know what? But you know what? You gotta give because he really was a pimp.
He was a global pimp.
He really was a pimp.
I say Hugh Hefner.
He wasn't a traditional pimp.
No,
but he was still a pimp.
He was a pimp though.
He was a pimp
with class.
Yes, because he was a pimp with a smoking jacket.
You know, with a pipe. No, he was, and then he ain't went nothing under the jacket, dog. Big pimping, all chest out.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, shout out to Hugh. Rest in peace, Hugh. Here, third question. Better acting career, Ice Cube or Ice T?
Damn, that's hard, man.
Yeah, I know.
I gotta go roll with Ice T because he's still in the game. Cause he doing the
law and order.
Law and orders. Yes,
I respect it.
Yes, I gotta give it. I gotta give it. Cube. Cause now, if we talking about movies, it's Cube. But we talking about overall acting, I gotta give it. I gotta give it to T. I gotta give it to T.
Yeah, I feel you on that one.
I gotta give it to T.
I mean, yeah, Cube definitely had a better movie career.
Yes.
But like you said, Ice-T been on Law and Order for 20
years.
Yes. Yeah, so.
Yes.
Yeah, and he did the movie thing. So.
Yeah.
He got classics.
Yeah, and also too, it's we all know that he's a rapper that made Cop Killer. But he been playing a cop on TV for 20 years. So you got to get a man this props of being able to pull that off.
Yeah. You're right. All right. Let me ask this then. Outside the Wayne brothers, who was the funniest member on Living Color?
Jim Carrey.
I respect it. But you know what I'm going to say, man? I'm going to say David Allen Greer, dog. I don't think my boy...
man, I love David, man. I love David.
Was a monster, though.
I love David. Jim was a monster, though.
Yeah.
Jim. But really, you couldn't... I mean, you could say Tommy Davidson. Really, any one of them.
All of them, yeah.
All of them, man.
Jamie.
Yeah. So that was an all-star cast, man.
But I just feel like David was the quiet star.
Oh yes.
All the other ones were animated.
Yes.
It would just be his subtle movements, bro.
Yeah.
Just a little lip twitch or the way he would look at you, man. Like
Men in films. Oh, that was fun. Men in films.
With the lip gloss on.
Man, do you know I'm trying to find that box set, man? You know they want $400-$500 for that box set.
For Living Color?
Yes. I've been trying to get that collection because I got the Martin box set.
Yeah.
I've been collecting the Spike Lee joints on Blu-rays.
Yeah.
I got all the Eddie Murphy stuff on Blu-rays.
Yeah.
I got Boomerang, all that stuff. Harlem Nights. I got all that stuff. So I've been trying to go back and collect stuff. That in living color is the only thing. I got Dave Chappelle box set, but that in living color, man.
I even got Chocolate News with Dave Allen Greer.
Oh, what?
I got his 2 seasons. I'm a fan, though.
Well, okay.
I'm a fan, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's downstairs.
Hey, yo, so if anybody know, man, where I get that in living color, man, for a reasonable price, box set, holler at your boy. Holler at
crazy.
$4.99. $4.99 for the box set.
Ain't no period in between.
No. $4.99. I was like, damn.
All right, well, let me ask you this one there. Last question. Who would you rather smash, Patti LaBelle or Gladys Knight? Yeah, take your time. I already know who I'm going to tell.
Patty.
I think I'm going to go with Patty too.
Yeah.
Because Patty can cook. Now Gladys gonna make me some waffles and chicken.
Yeah, but Patty can cook it. She probably can go at it because I done seen her roll around on the floor with her heels off. So I already know what I'm getting at. But Patty gonna be in there. Patty can take that pounder without me breaking her hip.
You better give it to me. Hold on, Patty. Say my name, Patty. Patty. Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
Patty be like, you gonna get these 2 times.
You want me to make you some cobbler? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
But hey, like real talk. Oh, the famous folks talk about, man, when she cooked for them. Yeah, they say they be the bomb. They say she throw down.
Yeah, they say she go hard, bro.
Yeah, they say like she really go. It be like a Scooby-Doo meal.
Yeah.
Like everything: ham, turkey, chicken, dressing, collard green, pinto bean, macaroni and cheese.
Everybody be in the corner asleep, balled up.
Yeah, they say when she cook, she cook.
Yeah. Shout out to Patty, man. Yeah. Shout out to Patty. 98 years old, still looking good.
Yeah.
All right, that's it, player, man.
All right, man. It was fun, man. We always.
I think the mic's working now, man. What you did? You just turned the volume down?
Well, I backed it down just a little bit on the PC.
That might have got it.
Yeah, that might have got it. All right, man. Well, as always, man. Thanks y'all for having us out. Real Spill Podcast.
Appreciate
episode 80. Yes, can't be nice.
Yes, sir.
So
this
that's cool. That's cool still over there. So
remember, ladies, Sugar Daddy season is official.
Yeah, Sweet and Low is here, baby.
I'll let your boy
Sweet and Low is here. Sweet and Low going everything.
Yeah, and all the holler at Slim. Slim got that pounding for the rounder. You did me? Okay, I got that pounding for the brownie. Yes, sir. All right.
You stupid.
I think that was a good episode. You ought to have a whole bunch of